All right, Raphinha to London transfer calling, and it looks like there is another team in London that is interested in signing Raphinha. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the Football News Show. I hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Xavi's job looks like it's online and he might find himself fired as his bosses are looking at a certain coach that is coaching one of the most progressing teams in the La Liga. And Nathan Ak has come out and obviously spoken about Pep Guardiola, words that everyone would want to know onto this channel. So let's start it off and let's obviously take it on to the next level. And we thank God for the gift of life. It's a Sunday and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Now let's start it off with a story coming in from football transfers. Tottenham Hotspur have dropped their interest in Ivan Toney to pursue a January move for Barcelona and Brazilian winger Raphinha. Now, these are some of the stories I really see and I ask myself, do these people really have a right source? Why? If you are a Spurs fan, you all know that the problem of Spurs is not a right attacking midfielder. That is it. The problem of Spurs is a centre forward, and how can they back out of a deal that can see them obviously get to where they want to be, especially as far as scoring goals is concerned, to go in for a player like Raphinha? So this is where I obviously feel like it's not a right story for us to do, because it's really very very scripted story, and it looks like they just want to be in the news because we are heading to the January transfer window. Because Spurs' number one priority is going to be a centre forward. Why? Richarlison is going to be out for 4 months, and remember, even before he got injured, Richarlison found himself playing as a left attacking midfielder, and Son Heung-min has been leading the line for the side of Spurs, and all they need is a proven striker like Ivan Toney. And I don't see Spurs leave Ivan Toney and obviously go in for another guy who is not Ivan Toney. Or they can go for Vlahovic or any other centre forward, but I think their main target is going to be a centre forward. If it was Arsenal and they're linking Raphinha to Arsenal in the January transfer window, I would have gone ahead to say yes, because Arsenal's problem is a right attacking midfielder. And remember, Arsenal's interest for Raphinha has not dropped till now. They still go in for this player and they want to sign this guy and obviously put him onto their side. But for Spurs, I don't see them spend close to £70 million to sign Raphinha. And trust me, Barcelona will call for that amount of money. And for Barcelona, I think for Raphinha, they are really ready to sell. Do you know why they are ready to sell? Because they've gone ahead to get their own academic graduate, Yamal. I think he's 16, 17 years of age, and he's firing and hitting all, and is obviously hitting all cylinders, and is doing lots of things at the club of Barcelona to obviously take on that side. So I'm not really moved by the story coming in from the football transfers about Raphinha being linked to a move to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't see that move happen, guys. I don't really see it, because Spurs' problem is a right attacking midfielder. That is it. And one will ask me, but is Barcelona willing to sell? Why not? Why not? Barcelona will sell because they are really having financial problems and they lack quality in the midfield. Remember, they wanted to bring in Ruben Neves, and they've not gonna hit obviously get him in because of them not affording 30 million euros to bring in a player. So those are the problems that Barcelona are sunk in. And if at all there is any player they're going to sell and obviously don't feel like they're missing him, it's Raphinha, because there is so much in Yamal as a right forward than what Raphinha is obviously giving them. And you all know what it happens at Barcelona when it comes to the La Masia graduates. They are given first priority. And when you look at Lamine Yamal, and his stats, Let's have a look at Yamin Lamal's stats. Today, what's wrong with the stats button? Please show up, Mr. Stats. Please hurry up. I think my internet is a problem. Why aren't they bringing me the guy's stats? Okay, so this guy has gone ahead to score very many goals, right? He has gone ahead to score goals this season for the national team and for the Spanish national team, and he's obviously making good usage of himself, and I think everything is going on and is really promising to obviously become that player that Barcelona will always love. But to the manager that has gone ahead to bring him on, that is Xavi, things are not going well on his side, because Barcelona are looking in for the manager of a team of Girona, and that's what has been brought to us. And that story has been brought to us by the Goal, and you know to it that Goal is one of the credible sources that you'll ever get. And we've been told by Goal that Barcelona are keeping tabs on Girona head coach Miguel Sanchez, despite Xavi receiving public backing by President Joan Laporte. You know, sometimes there are special talents that come in through that can obviously elevate a team from where they are to take them to where they're supposed to be. The best example I can give you is none other than De Zerbi. When you look at how De Zerbi is going to hit to really elevate that Brighton side with a team that buys players for 20 million euros, 10, and I think the most expensive they're going to hit to go in for is João Pedro. You really get to know that there's some people who can obviously turn things around. You know, for a team like Barcelona that will have a very good board ahead of them, I think Xavi is doing them a disservice. Why? If they were playing a very good game, you know, if they were playing a very good flowing game, they would have gone ahead to excuse him a little bit. But I think what Xavi has gone ahead to master at the club of Barcelona is simple. He has gone ahead to make it very, 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 very hard for Barcelona to concede goals, and the style of play and philosophy of Barcelona is nowhere to be seen. But for a manager, Mikel Sanchez, who has gone ahead to obviously put Girona on top of Barcelona after 13 games played with 34 points, I think he deserves credit. There is something special on this guy, and that's why Barcelona is going in for him. And Xavi needs to know that Barcelona, even if you're really bringing them results and you're not obviously giving them the best that they deserve as a team, then you are going to be fired, even if you win trophies for Barcelona and Real Madrid. When you're really playing in a pragmatic way and grinding out results, these presidents of these teams will obviously fire you. When you look at Girona, they've played 13 games. They've won 11, drawn 1, and lost 1. They're having 34 points. They've gone ahead to score 31 goals, and they've gone ahead to concede 16. Barcelona is third. They've gone ahead to win 9, drawn 3, and lost 1. 26 goals, 13 goals conceded, goal difference of 13. So, though it's still early in the season, but you need to give this manager of Girona a very good go in this season, and that's why Barcelona obviously eyeing him to obviously see to it that he becomes that replacement of Xavi. And trust me, Xavi will qualify in the Champions League, and this season might obviously be one of those that is really line breaking for him. If at all he obviously goes ahead not to really put in some efforts, and maybe Girona happen to be champions of the Spanish La Liga, then trust me, Xavi will lose his job. He will lose his job. Amidst him being a La Masia graduate, he did it on the field of play. He was one of the best midfielders in the world, and he won them very many trophies. But Barcelona needs a philosophy, and if at all Girona is playing better football than Barcelona, then why keep Xavi? Yet they've gone ahead to spend a lot of money. And trust me, Barcelona is known for being a team that obviously spends a lot of money on people, on players. But all in all, I want to confirm to you that that is not in the DNA of this team. The best of them is simple. They want a philosophy that is really winning, and that is a tiki-taka style of play. And Xavi is really struggling to bring in the tiki-taka at the side of Barcelona. Though he's also having problems that he was told that he's going to get in players on a huge budget, but obviously these players have not gone ahead to obviously be given to him as a manager of Barcelona. And if a team had Sergio Busquets and now they're having Romeo, then that is really a very huge blow, and that is not acceptable in the history of the side of Barcelona. Then we go to the last story. It's all about Nathan Ake. He says, I'm grateful for Pep Guardiola for all he means to me and off the pitch. When my father passed away, he was fantastic. If I needed things or wanted time off, I just had to tell him. He gave me all the time and space I needed. I was about 16 when my father got the bad news. So he's obviously very, 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 very acknowledging to this guy, that is Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola is a manager who knows that if you want to obviously become one of the best managers in the world, all you have to do is simple. You have to enter into the brains of your players and obviously give them space when they really want it, and give them guidance where they need it, such that they operate at full wavelength. And that's what Pep Guardiola went ahead to do for this Dutch international. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Raphinha to London transfer considered in the comment section below. And what do you make about Xavi? Do you think Xavi is going to be sacked for the Girona manager to come in through Michael Sanchez? And lastly, Nathan Ake's hail to Pep Guardiola. What do you make about it? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. A sign out for now. See you later. And you guys are really great and great and great and great and great and better. Bye bye for now.